How are you doing? It's been a long couple of months, and I know a lot of us are having some difficulty in relationships. Being with somebody, if you've been in lockdown, being with somebody 24/7, it has some advantages to it for sure, and there's been great things that have come of it. But we've also experienced some tough times, some stressful times, some of us more than others. And if that's you, if you can relate, you're going to love Principle 3 today. Principle 3 is to allow for divine intervention, to let other people be who they are and to hold them in their highest. I have 3 tips for you today to support this principle and to really help you embody and embrace it. The first tip is around control. Letting go of control, letting go of trying to change the other person, whether that be a romantic partner, a child, a sibling, a friend, a parent, but letting go of that need to change that person into what you need them to be for you to feel okay. Just trusting that God's working this out on the other side. The second tip has to do with your perspective, trying to make the other person see things and do things from your perspective, understanding and allowing them to have their own perspective, realizing that they grew up in a whole different set of circumstances, had completely different experiences than you did, which gave them their unique perspective on life. And just like you, they have a way of seeing things and doing things that make sense to them. And so we want to allow, again, for divine intervention, if there's a disconnect between the two of you, to allow that God is going to help sort things out as we keep things being held to the highest. The third tip is to make a list of all the things that you love about this person, all of their attributes. You know, it's really easy when we're getting annoyed with somebody or they're really triggering us to really stack the evidence in the other way, to look at all the things you don't like about that person, all the ways that you're annoyed, all the ways that you're frustrated. And that just takes you right down into the rabbit hole. What we want to do is we want to stack the evidence in the other way. Think about all the things that you like about them, all the things you love about them, all the ways that they're just incredible people, and keep staying really focused on those things, because that's what's going to help you stay in an elevated space and help you stay in the wisdom of love and trusting that, again, that God's got this. Let me tell you a story that's a great example of this. Marva Collins taught second grade in Chicago to inner city kids. And her classroom, she was told, was basically made up of kids who were slow learners, who really had a string of just bad experiences in their life, that a lot of them were unruly and that they were, some of them, retarded. And she walked into the classroom, she looked at them, all of them looked completely apathetic, listless, no sparkle in their eyes. And yet she made a decision that she was going to see the best in them. And she held them as geniuses. And she treated them as geniuses. And by the end of that school year, those kids were so on fire for learning. They were reading in second grade. They were reading at a fifth grade level. They had sparkles in their eyes. Their faces were full of enthusiasm and glowing and just a thirst for knowledge, because she gave them the opportunity to step into their highest self by seeing them that way, believing them to be that way, and treating them that way. So that's what we're being asked to do here, to really come from that place of seeing the highest and allowing God to do his work, knowing that everything is in perfect timing. So again, to recap this third principle, which is allowing divine timing, letting people be in their highest. Step number 1 is to let go of control. Step number 2 is to allow them their own perspective. And step number 3 is to create a list of all the attributes you love about this person. So I invite you to put this into practice. Make a comment below. I would love to hear how this works for you, and let's motivate each other. Many, many blessings to you. Lots of love.